Hey Hatchlings, it's DragonFeather, and I know I've been gone for a while, and there's good reason for that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about where I've been a little bit. I'm probably going to make a video separately on that, but I just kind of wanted to talk about kind of like why I haven't been on the internet in a while. Thank you to everybody again who's been wishing me well. It really means the world to me that you guys like give a shit enough to be like, hey, hope you're having a good day, don't die. But basically I've been kind of in a emotional, spiritual, and physical slump. Whew, that's hard to just say, you know. But I was dealing with some medical issues. That was kind of like the physical problem that was bringing emotional issues. And I've just been also having some spiritual kind of like stagnant energy. Like I haven't really been practicing as much as I want to, and it's like kind of made me feel really shitty a little bit because I feel like that's what my channel's about. That's like what our channel's about, you know, like it's about witchcraft and like the spirituality of connecting with Earth. And I've been really struggling with doing that recently, and I just kind of feel like, you know, like there's this voice in the back of my head that's just like, oh, you just fucking can't do it anymore, can you? Oh, you're just trying to put on a show for people on the internet. Oh, fuck that thought. Like, seriously, that is not what's going on, because what's going on I feel like is very normal, and I wanted to talk about it. And I remember that towards the beginning of October I made a video talking about getting in touch with my dark side and sharing more of the shadow self with you guys. And a lot of you guys really were interested, really curious about that. And so I was really excited, you know, like I'm gonna learn my shadow self, I'm gonna discover who she is, I'm gonna reconnect with her so I can become whole. And I kind of feel like I didn't exactly know what I was asking for. You feel me? I was just like, yeah, let's go to the darkness of myself, accept it, and move on, happy and doing all great. But I don't think I realized what I was getting myself into. Like, I'm just not gonna like have a one-day journey and be like, oh yeah, I know my shadow self. No, it's a life journey, and duh. Like, I don't know why I didn't really think that out all the way, but like, I don't know. So this is just me kind of like wanting to start an introduction about that, about the whole shadow side and about the darkness. And I feel like I've learned a lot about my own personal darkness recently, and I feel like I've really just immersed myself in it because I needed to understand. Like, I needed to understand that part of me, and so I feel like a part of like my day-to-day life has been like relived in a darker way, if that makes sense. I really hope this video makes sense because it already feels really rambly and like very random, but I'm kind of out of practice, guys. I haven't made a video in a while. I'm a little shy. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I'm really not. I'm like finally feel like I have the good head on my shoulders to say what I feel like needs to be said. And so I have come to this kind of spiritual crossroads, if you will. And I feel like I can go one way or I can go the other way. And I feel like I can go the way of love and light again, or I can go the way of darkness and continue down this road. Not as in like I want to kill people darkness or like fuck everything darkness, but just like natural darkness. You need the darkness to have the light, and I feel like everything and my soul is telling me to go down the darker road right now, because I feel like I need to really learn that, because I feel like I'm very good at expressing love and light when I want to. I'm very good at expressing that and understanding that and learning about it more. I feel like I'm very good at that, but the darkness, not so much. I find that there's a lot of fear when it comes to it for me personally, and maybe you guys too. Just kind of like addressing your own personal darkness within you. Like, a lot of us can, you know, really be afraid of that, and I know that me personally have really been afraid of taking the time, sitting down and diving into the darkness, because I don't really know what I'm gonna find. You know, you feel me? I don't really know what's down there. So I'm kind of just like taking it one step at a time, and ever since I had my doctor's appointment, which was a few days ago, I have felt so much better on a physical level, and I feel like that has in itself been reason for me to kind of like open up a bit and not feel so sick, because I wasn't like, I don't want to say like I was physically ill, like I didn't have a cold, like I wasn't like you know, blowing my nose and like coughing my lungs out. No. It was more about, you know, my reproductive health that I felt sick about. And I'm gonna do a video more about it because I really want to kind of like talk more about that, because I really do struggle with reproductive health and reproductive issues. I know I'm being very vague, but this is not a video for my reproductive issues. I just wanted to tell you guys why I've been gone. So especially to family members too who've been concerned, I'm okay. You don't need to worry about me. It was just kind of, you know, something that I really needed to take care of. And I didn't realize how long it would take me and how much energy it would take out of me, and like I really just like didn't have the energy to make videos. That's why I haven't really been making videos. But in that time that I haven't been making videos, I've really been learning a lot about my dark side and about the darkness. And I've been watching some videos in the community about your guys' like videos on shadow work, the underworld, the dark side, like the darker goddesses and gods and just those darker energies. And I've been really drawn to the Morrigan recently. She has kind of appeared in my life in the form of a raven, though I realize that she's not just a raven, like she's a goddess, although I really don't know much about her still. Her energy feels very prevalent in my life right now. And I was watching a video by PAGYPTSIAN'S, I think that's how you pronounce her channel name. But she was talking about how the Morrigan is like a very powerful force of transformation. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but essentially. And I really do believe that I am in the midst of transforming right now. I really do feel like I am being dropped in the cauldron, if you will, and I am being forced to change, and the universe will not let me run away from that. And I really wanted to embark on this journey to the darkness. Like I said, didn't really realize what I was getting myself into, and now that I'm like into it, you know, into this journey about discovering my dark side, I'm realizing that it is a lot more, that it is a lot deeper, obviously, than I originally thought it would be. For my darkness isn't like, our darkness isn't just like our alter ego, which is kind of like how I perceived it to be. Now, your alter ego could be a part of your darkness, but it's not your darkness entirely, and I've kind of been learning that, like, in order to accept, like, your shadow self and your darker sides, like, you really need to be willing to accept those rejected parts of yourself, like those things that you wish you never said, or things that you wish you never did, and accepting that part of yourself. Or, you know, going through things and doing things that you wish you never did and accepting those things. And, you know, learning to accept all those dark things that make you frown, that make you sad, that make you scared and afraid and cringe and just lots of things, you know? And I'm gonna start talking a lot more about the darkness here on my channel. Not to cause fear, but more so to spread light about it, because I feel like, you know, our society doesn't really handle the darker aspects of life very well, because we're all like, ooh, the glitz, the glam, and the fashion. I mean, at least where I live anyway, here in LA, it's just kind of like that a little bit. In my experience, it has been. So maybe your experience is different. If it has been, please tell me about it, because I'd love to hear about it. But basically, I've just been in a funk, and I've kind of come to the realization that I think it's time for me to take a journey to the underworld. And this is kind of nerve-wracking for me personally, because I know that, you know, taking a journey to the underworld isn't something that you do overnight, and it's something that might take me years, and is going to change how I view things. It's going to change, like, certain parts of my personality, like, maybe not so seriously, like, maybe personality is the wrong word, but, like, parts of my perspective, maybe that's what I'm going for. But I really do feel like it's gonna change a little bit of my thought process and how I look at the world and how I function every day, and has really kind of like made me stop and think about like what content I want to put on the channel for you guys, because it's just been so random, I feel, recently, or like more geared towards the Year in a Day series. I want to get that series done so bad, but it's like I didn't realize how much work was really gonna go into it, and so I want to make it good quality and not rushed. And I feel like right now I'm like preparing to go to the Underworld, and I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. And if you guys have ever been to the Underworld, I'm curious. But yeah, I've just kind of been like really getting in touch with my dark side, and I encourage you to do the same. Even though it can be kind of draining and scary sometimes, I really do feel like that it has been a positive experience so far. And even though that my room is kind of a catastrophe at the moment, and I redid my altar and I really don't like it, I'm gonna change it back. I feel like it's still good to experiment and to change and to try and figure out how to incorporate the darkness into your everyday life so you can be whole, because you can't be all of you if you're just focusing on love and light all the time. You're only accepting half of yourself. You have to accept the darker parts and the, you know, polar opposite parts of those good, beautiful parts that will make you whole. And I don't know if I'm making sense, I really hope so, but like I just wanted to share that with you guys. And before my camera dies, I just wanted to tell you guys, like right now I'm like preparing to go to the Underworld, and I'm probably gonna share that journey with you guys. A little scared to share it with you guys because I've been getting a lot of opposition and controversy from my videos in my personal circle recently, so that's been weird. But yeah, I think it's gonna die, so peace out. I love you guys so much. Stay geeky, cheeky, and freaky, and blessed be, and bye.